Okay, shalom, shalom, kwam yasha'Allah, koholoyimla Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Chaha, Kodash, double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule well, and that by the Spirit taught us this beautiful truth. Just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, to the best of their ability. This is Yahchanan Nawach, just coming at you with another quick lesson. Praying that it's edifying by the Spirit, and just wanted to just touch on the fact that, hey, Esau is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. And when we say Esau, that's the biblical nationality for the so-called white race, the elite of them, and their puppets on down, But it's just destruction that comes from these people. It just shows you who they are. The scripture says that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, and this is a perfect example. This is in the NPR. Trump administration seeks to roll back protections for imperiled species and habitat. Anything for a buck, man. President Trump's administration moved Wednesday to roll back protections for imperiled species and the places they live, reviving a suite of changes to Endangered Species Act regulations from the Republicans' first term that were blocked under former Democratic President Joe Biden. The proposed changes include elimination of the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service's blanket rule that automatically protects animals and plants when they are classified as threatened. Government agencies instead would have to craft species-specific rules for protections, a potentially lengthy process. So in the meanwhile, they're just going to be tearing shit up. Let me get that scripture that I quoted, because you can clearly see that this is really, these people are really the wicked, man. So we go with the scriptures. We by faith, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, he has shown us who Esau is. He's shown us who the wicked is, man. This is that dishonorable vessel that the Lord created. Well, not Proverbs. Job 9:24, Salah. Job 9:24, it says, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? If this man is not the wicked, then who is? It's nothing but wars going on in the planet. This man has fucked up the air quality for everybody on the planet. The water quality is fucked all up because of him. The food quality is fucked all up because of him. We're talking about three major things that you need to live by. You need food, you need air, you need water. And all those things he has systematically poisoned over time, man. Right? He has weaponized the women. He has weaponized the children. He's weaponized the family structure in general. You name it, he has weaponized it. It's nothing you can get around that this man has not touched and weaponized. Right? So let's go back. It says the administration announcement answers long-standing calls for revisions to Endangered Species Act from Republicans in Congress and industries including oil and gas, mining, and agriculture. See, it's all about money. They want to get out there and get to dig in. They don't give a fuck what they fuck up. They don't care about the ecosystem. They don't care about anything except for money, man. That's it. That's all they care about. Enriching themselves. That's the reason why Trump tearing this damn country up the way that he's tearing this country up, too. Critics argue the landmark 1973 environmental law has been welded too broadly to the detriment of economic growth. See? That's what he's about, prospering, so to speak, in a wicked way. He doesn't care about what the Lord put together, the Lord's creation. You know what I'm saying? The Lord, made this place beautiful, man. All the shit that he's doing, he doesn't really need to do, it's certain ways of doing things the proper way. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about anything, man. Okay, but it says, environmentalists warned the changes could cause years-long delay in efforts to save species such as the monarch butterfly, which I ain't seen one of them this summer. Used to see them all the time, man. Florida manatee, California spotted owl, and Northern American wolverine, We would have to wait until these poor animals are almost extinct before we can start protecting them. That's absurd and heartbreaking, says Stephanie Caruso with the Center for Biological Diversity. Scientists and government agencies say extinctions are accelerating globally because of habitat loss and other pressures. Well, who's doing all the habitat loss? Who's doing all this? It's the man that'll cut down a forest to build a goddamn parking lot. It's the man that'll cut down a forest to build a golf course. You know? It's the man that'll, he everywhere he goes, he's just destructive as hell. You can't get around it. You can't say that it's not Esau, man. Matter of fact, I mentioned that vessel of dishonor. I know it's in the not sure exactly where it's. Let me see something real quick. Romans 9:13, it says, and as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. And one of the reasons why he's hated, well, he was created to be a vessel of dishonor. Let me see here. And he's about to get what's coming to him. Yep, Romans 9:21. And you got these Israelites, especially this group right now, Genesis, which is big talk amongst the Israelite, community right now. But these guys been teaching for damn near 15 years that the Edomites and all these other nations can't make the kingdom, that they're going in this hardcore slavery. Now all of a sudden they're teaching that these people can be saved. But this is Romans 9:21. Have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor? So the Lord, he created a vessel unto honor, which is Jacob. He created a vessel unto dishonor, which is his twin brother Esau. And this man is going into captivity. He's the one that's running the earth right now. He's the one that's tearing shit up. Matter of fact, let's get 2nd Esdras 6:9. For Esau is the end of the world. Matter of fact, let me start at verse 7. Salah. 2nd Esdras 6:7 in the Apocrypha 16:11 King James Bible. Then answered I and said, what shall be the parting asunder of the times? Or when shall be the end of the first and the beginning of it that followeth? Because this man's kingdom got to end, and it's got to end soon, or nothing will survive. No one or anything will survive on this man's planet, man. And with this man ruling on this planet. It says, verse 8, and he said unto me, from Abraham unto Isaac, when Jacob and Esau were born of him, Jacob's hand held first the heel of Esau. For Esau is the end of the world. This is why you're seeing all this chaos. He's the end of the world. And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. So this man has to be taken out so that the real rulers of the plan of just the real rulers under Yahweh Shai, or Yahweh, then his son Yahweh Shai, of course, King David, the 12, the 144,000, just generally the elect of Israel, those are going to be the ones that's going to bring this place back to fruition, man, and bring back all the animals that are extinct under this man's rule. Everything's going to get back to growing, man. This motherfucker got concrete everywhere. He's got asphalt everywhere. He's talking about blotting out the sun. Like, come on, bro. He has weather machines and shit. He's creating tornadoes. He's creating snow. He's creating earthquakes. He's destructive, man. This man has got to go. We really need an out, man. Okay, but it says scientists and government agencies say extinction are accelerating globally because of habitat loss and other pressures. Trump has made oil and gas production a centerpiece of his presidency and sought to strip away environmental regulations that impede development. Other pending proposals from the administration will revise the definition of harm under the Endangered Species Act and potentially bypass species protections for logging projects in national forests and on public land. So he ready to tear it all up, man. All for the name of some profit, bro. They can never have enough. That's what the scripture talks about. He can never have enough. He still has lands. He's just everywhere, man. He can never have enough. Interior Secretary Doug Burgum said in a statement that the administration was restoring the Endangered Species Act to its original intent while respecting the livelihoods of Americans who depend on our land and resources. Get out of here, man. These revisions end years of legal confusion and regulatory overreach, declaring certainty to states, tribes, landowners, which we know he ain't keeping no treaties, man, and businesses, while ensuring conservation efforts remain grounded in sound science and common sense. Burgum said in a statement. Another proposed change tasked officials with analyzing economic impacts when deciding whether habitat is critical to a species' survival. What the fuck you mean? The Lord created everything for a purpose and reason, man. This man don't care about, you know what I'm saying? Right now, he doesn't care. This man doesn't care. He's look at what he's done to the food. Look at the obesity of the people. Look at all the diseases that the people have. Just fucking being on the planet, man. You know, and taking this man's air and water and food, man. I just done a lesson, I think it was yesterday, where they was talking about the damn 6 to 8 year olds are starting, you know, the little girls starting to grow boobs, you know, the damn hormones in the food, which is okay by the FDA and the USDA and all these different places. They allowing Esau to put all this shit in the food, and it's got the kids, you know what I'm saying, basically growing abnormally, man. Okay, it says the case of Yarrow's spiny lizard in the Southwest exemplifies the potential consequences of the proposal. Rapidly warming temperatures have ravaged the population of the lizard in Arizona's Mule Mountains, pushing the reptiles further up the mountainsides towards the highest peaks and possible towards extinction. A petition filed Wednesday seeks protections for the lizards and the designation of critical habitat. Advocates say analyzing the economic impacts could delay protections. Designating critical habitat could be another hurdle because the primary threat to the population of spiny. Yeah, okay. You see, Esau, and he cares about, you know, hey, we care about the earth and we care about the animals. You know what I'm saying? We care about the entire globe, the entire universe, man. You know what I'm saying? But see, Esau, they either care about nothing, or the shit that they do care about is least than the actual human being, so to speak. You know, this is the very man that cared more about his dog sitting next to him on his porch during slavery than an actual human being, which he wouldn't even recognize as being us as being human beings, man. Treated us like complete shit. Then destroyed Jake. Look at our people. This man has completely destroyed us as a people. Now he has actually destroyed his own people. Right? So, you know, they're going on with the endangered species list. But again, and there's quite a bit of an article, but I mean, talking about stuff, I've never really come across. I'm not sure if I've seen a damn spotted owl. I know I've never seen a manta ray, whatever it is. Just on TV, this animal right here. But I mean, the Lord created all these animals, man, beautifully, man. I love the Animal Channel. We get to see stuff that on there that you never get to see in person, type of deal. But see, Esau, he gathers these things up in the zoos, had the animals all depressed. But that's just another example of this being his kingdom. We know that he's in control of the kingdom because he's the one that can write the laws to say, all right, let's shoot a damn dart into this big ass elephant, and we're gonna helicopter this elephant to this certain point. Then we're gonna ship it across the damn the waters from wherever, you know what I'm saying, on a big ass ship, and then we're gonna get it to a zoo. He's in control of that type of stuff, man. Let me get this one though. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. If not, wherein who is he? Real simple, man. Revelation 11:8. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead, that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, which we're praying that we're part of that, man. Small and great. So whatever positioning that we have, you know what I'm saying? Because there's going to be, a hierarchy, or, it's going to be, different positions. Everybody can't be on top, you know what I'm saying? But as long as you're in the mix of being on the team, it's beautiful, man. But it says, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. So the Lord got something for these people that's destroying his planet, man. And it's not just the planet that we're walking on. This man is all out in space. It's all kinds of stuff. He's got all kinds of space junk, man. It's all kinds of broken up satellites. It's shit that's been out there, man, for a long time, just spinning around and falling to Earth. You know what I'm saying? And hell, you can be walking in your damn yard, and some can fall out of the sky, man, and fuck your ass up. So hey, it is what it is, man. On that, I mean, he's the destroyer of the earth. You can't get around it, man. He can't. He can never have enough. Like, here you go. As beautiful as this land was, and still is in a lot of places. Some places still all right, but I know here in Michigan, it's like they gave a list this summer. It was like almost 15 to 20 lakes that they gave an advisory. Do not fish in the lakes, or do not eat the fish from those lakes. Now, it was a time when you can go to those lakes, man, and you can eat. But now, all of a sudden, you can't do nothing like that. You go and you fuck around and you try and eat some of that fish out of one of these lakes, man, your ass gonna fall over. But in the meanwhile, what is he doing? He's manufacturing lab grown meats and lab grown salmon and lab grown beef and lab grown. This motherfucker growing your food in the laboratory. He done took the seeds out of the oranges. I just cut an orange open. The damn orange is sitting there laid open right now. I had to cut into the damn orange to see if it had seeds in it. Of course it didn't. So I always throw that shit in the trash, man. I try my best to not eat anything without seeds in it. Even though the scripture says that our bread is will be defiled. We will eat our bread defiled amongst the Gentiles. Where the Lord has scattered us to, man. So. This man is he's definitely the wicked that the Bible speaks of, man. Let's check out a couple of these comments. We'll end out our man today on these boys' heads. They say all that ass kissing. Yeah, these was some ass kissers too. All that ass kissing, and none of them got jobs in the Trump administration. Yep, not a one of them. Looking stupid as hell. He done them just right. Says, I wonder why. And somebody says he's literally the worst human on the planet. Hey, these Americans don't like Trump. A lot of these MAGAs is turning on him too. Trump is clinically crazy. Says he's showing up every uneducated white man. Trump is showing how every uneducated white man thinks. Well, most the Edomites, you got the ones that's about Green Day. You got the ones that's about, recycling. You'll see them with recycling bins on the edge of the curb and shit, on trash day, stuff like that. You got them ones, but still they're part of that race of destruction because, just because they're, they seem to be loving in that area, that don't mean that, that they ask to see if they actually had the power, if they get to a point of power anyway. Esau, man, he's not good with power, man. He doesn't handle well. So says so we can't have anything beautiful or naturally, aesthetic anymore. Sad seriously. Yeah, no, hey, look, man, as long as these so-called white people are around, that's why the Lord is gonna shorten the time. This picture, let me see. Yep. That's a good picture right there. Life, everything decays around this man. It says he just wants to kill off everyone and anything he can. He's so disgusting and evil, vile, weak ass excuse of a man. Yeah, man, hey. Ain't no good, no goods in here. People not it's just because it is what it is. You can't, these Edomites, they just who the Lord, they are those vessels of dishonor, man. You want to try and wrap your head around it, but it's just what the Lord created them to be, man. They just doing what they're supposed to do. Yeah, so more separation. It's more division, that Matthew 12 and 25 as well. This is causing more and more division. I know them Epstein files right now kicking them in the teeth. You know what I'm saying? Because they still trying to juggle through that shit. I guess he wasn't, they talking about like this the first time I think pretty much in history where both sides, Republican and Democrats, pretty much got together and have all just been like, no, we need to see this shit. We need those files, man. You know what I'm saying? Type of deal. People want to, they want to know what's up, and I don't see it happening like that. But we'll see how it roll. Matthew 12:25 says, and Yahweh knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? And right now, mostly when you see these articles like this and the people that's complaining, it's a lot of women, because Esau basically, he has overall, caused that discord among brethren, amongst our people anyway. The man is rarely in the home these days. It's rare, very, very rare. If there's a husband in the home, or the original father of the children are in the home and raising the children, especially up to the age of graduating and them having grandkids and, none of that shit. Esau done killed all that for us as a people. So now, that division is starting to land on them. So it's really a thing of they're reaping what they've sown, throughout history. So they're being pretty divided, because the people that's in these comment boards complaining, these are Edomites. Jake don't be on no shit like this. Jake don't really be about no because Jake don't give a fuck about no neighborhoods neither. Because Jake has been around Esau too long. As you look at the neighborhoods, Jake ride by, he'll throw a whole goddamn McDonald's bag out the window. Motherfucker throw a damn glass bottle, fucking glass all in the street. You trying to dodge the shit, keep from damn busting your damn tire. Chip bags and shit every fucking where. They don't give a fuck. Jake don't care. So, he done picked up on the attitude of Esau, but that's the attitude that we have as far as being, as a people, being around Esau for too damn long, man. So that's why once the Lord, write those laws, statutes, and commandments on our minds and our hearts, we get those new bodies, we're going to have a different take on the earth. We're going to be really pissed about the look of the earth and the way that this man has treated the earth. See, right now, you only got the Israelites that's mad about that shit, and it's really only, certain ones, that are really pissed about that shit. But overall, our people as a whole, especially 2/3, they just some add-ons to the bullshit. But our people don't have the power to be trying to blot out the sun and, shoot nuclear missiles and shit in the oceans and testing shit over here in the deserts and, playing with the, we don't have that kind of power. We just, living amongst them, and Jake just don't give a fuck about their surroundings when it comes to, Jake will keep a pair of shoes clean. If anything, he'll get fresh to death. He'll keep a pair of shoes clean, but he don't give a fuck about his house or around his yard. And it just don't make no sense, man. Jake, his priorities is just stupid as hell. Anyway, though, I'm going to end out there. And just know that this man is the wicked, man. And we're praying that the Lord really hasten the day, man, so we can get the fuck out of here, because he don't care about anything, man. Again, if this man continues, what could survive, man? If this man continues for another 50 years, let's just be honest, man. Another 25 years, imagine this place. It's crazy. He done drove this place. He is really worn out the saints, man. So, with that, man, I'm going to end out. Pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwame Yasha Allah and a Baba Ball.